Hi friends, welcome back to Alex Playworld. Brings more Heroes of the Storm. At long last, Johanna's back. Let's get some tanking action going on. Welcome to the Dragonshire. Enemy team Johanna, the Butcher, Brightwing, Lunara, and Li Ming. Friendly team Jaina, Diablo, Tyrande, the Butcher, and of course, Johanna. Oh man, no monkey today, thank God. I really want that promotion to be over with. I'm tired of chasing it. And really, the 100 gold, not my cup of tea, but I am gonna be done complaining. Now, the first time we're gonna be picking up is gonna be Region Master. Pretty straightforward. It's useful. It's very, very useful, in particular when you have a soft healer, as Tyrande would be, particularly if a player might be playing her a little bit more offensive, which is often the case in quick match. So it allows us to get a little bit better health regen. It allows us to stay in lane a little bit longer and get get a little bit more out of our health resource. Our abilities are as follows. Our D trait is called Iron Skin. Gain a shield that absorbs damage for 4 seconds. While this shield is active, we are unstoppable. That means we can go through stunts, through roots. We can get rid of stuff. So if they're about to kill us or if we're about to dive, it's a really, really good thing to have, particularly against Lunara, with her little slow thing, and of course Johanna if she specs for certain nonsense stuff. Yeah, like the disruption on a W. Our W ability, of course, is called Condemn, and after we press this, after a short delay, things will be pulled to us and take damage. Our Q ability, Punish, does damage in an arc and also slows down. And of course, Shield Glare is our E ability, which blinds all the targets hit by it, and that's really, really good for characters that rely on auto attack damage, like in this game, the Butcher. Let's go ahead and engage right there on Brightwing, trying to do as much damage as we can, popping that D to avoid the majority of that arcane damage, blinding him, and then chasing aggressively right here. He does get a good polymorph, but we're going to be able to slow him down and do significant amounts of damage, and thanks to the minions, we're going to be able to shoot him out of here before the next shrines in 14 seconds. Of course, I do have, in a little bit, I am going to have to sort of fight for this thing. Let's go ahead and press that D, maybe get that regen over. Remember, health regen is important. And then we're going to walk away, hit up the healing wall really quickly since we're pretty much even on XP, and then head back down there. Of course, Li Ming heading down here, very, very low in mana, which is a really, really good thing. Let's go ahead and engage it there and try to just punish her a little bit. We are going to get polymorph. Here comes a good big arcane orb. We're going to have to try to avoid that. Big D on ourselves to make sure we don't get hit by that. The Butcher tries to hamstring us. We're unstoppable, so we get away with it at the end, but it's really not a good thing. I do know that Li Ming is right there, and this is a little bit of a problem because, of course, oh, I'm going to take it to the face. I need to try to hit in here and contest, and at the very least put a little bit of pressure on her, but she has too much mana, and I am very weak. I'm going to try to get out of here, waiting for that to land. We do pick up one more healing orb and trying to put a little bit of pressure here. Finally, the Butcher arriving, which is a good thing on a begin to chase. If she tries to turn around, great amounts of damage going down here. Great pushback by the Butcher. We do condemn, and the Butcher secures the kill. We're going to go ahead and secure the shrine. As the top team also does the same, we're now in a really good position to actually secure all of this. And now might be a good time for me to back up. I'm going to try to make it to the middle and secure the Dragon Knight if I can. I am very, very low on health, but I believe I can do it. It looks like 2 members of the enemy team here already. We're going to try to come in here. Ooh, great polymorph. We're going to go to slow him down. Big engagement, great stun by Tyrande. We're going to put a lot of pressure. Our friendly Butcher coming in. We're in the darkness, picks up the kill. However, the top lane losing that shrine, which means I'm going to have to go home. Yeah, there is no healing orb anymore there, so let's go ahead and back away as we pick up a new talent at level 4, which is going to be Amplified Healing. All healing and regeneration effects increased by 30%. Remember, this does count with our Regen Master as well, which is a really, really good thing. These stacks up a little bit. We'll get more bang for our buck, and we'll also make our Tyrande a little bit more efficient if she has some trouble healing us. We're going to try to head to the bottom lane. Looks at the Butcher running into Brightwing and Li Ming as well. She continues to lob Mighty Arcane Orbs at our gates. Go ahead and grab that. Trying to go as aggressive as we can. Popping that D, getting on this side. Big blind. The Butcher doing the correct thing, grabbing that shrine while beginning to distract. Make sure I engage right here. As soon as we get that, I'm just going to go here in the back. I'm beginning to put a little bit of pressure on the enemy team, of course. I don't really want to go too hard. Big Condemn coming out here. Big blind as well. Go slowing them down, doing a lot of damage, but Ryan gets away with it. Let's go ahead and try to avoid the majority of this damage. It looks like Li Ming tried to be super aggressive. We're just going to hold this. It is very important that we do, because of course the friendly team might be able to secure. Never mind, they're not. They're going to lose the top shrine. That's quite alright, though. We do enough damage, and of course now we're going to try to get back into this game by clearing out this wave and then maybe pushing forward. Of course, the friendly Butcher taking a lot of damage. I am going to try to body block if I can. Big engagement right here on Li Ming, and the reason why I'm going after her aggressively is because the friendly team is going to get pushed back, and she can do a lot of damage if we don't disrupt her. Luckily, the friendly Butcher gets out. It looks like the enemy team is going to come sorry, what's what I'm looking for? They're going to put all their people down here, and maybe Jaina can make a move in the top lane. However, the enemy Johanna in a pretty good spot. Let's go ahead and try to blind this Butcher. Make sure he doesn't do too much damage to us. And the thing is, I need this regen orb, so as soon as I get that, We're going to go ahead and back away slowly. Big punishment right there on the enemy Li Ming. She's doing a lot of damage, but she's also taking a lot of damage. And this is when we got to try to get in here and fight for this. Big slowdown, of course. Trying to peel for my Tyrande. Great stun right there on her. And we do, at the very least, dissuade that push. 1 second. Can we get away with it? Nope. Very close. We do get Brandon. The Butcher heals and takes us out, but we last long enough to deny this. Jaina comes to the top lane, secures this one. There's doing a little bit of damage to Johanna. She's going to be forced to walk away eventually, though. But we're keeping the enemy team off of the Dragon Knight. That's a big deal. The Butcher and Diablo coming in here doing enough damage. However, the Butcher chasing Brightwing. Big onslaught. There comes the hamstring. Picks up the kill. Now trying to chase this Li Ming. It looks like he actually finally moves her back. The friendly team about to secure that bottom shrine. Will they do it in time? It looks like they do, and now I'm going to head to the middle lane to try to disrupt that. Maybe even head to the top lane to try to grab that with Jaina. The next time we're going to be picking up is going to be Shield. Since Expel Shield Clear makes targets vulnerable, this is going to be really, really huge for example, right here when we're trying to fight this person. And make sure we give Jaina a little bit of a breathing room. We're going to begin to chase this Johanna because she is the only person that's going to be annoying, trying to get up here and trying to fight. And as long as we're bodyguarding Jaina, we should be okay. It looks like the enemy team concentrated in the middle. They're going to try to stop the Dragon Knight. I'm going to push this lane just so we can get that Regen Orb and then head down there. Make sure we get a team fight. However, the enemy Li Ming likely to pick up that bottom shrine, which means we're going to be a little bit late. I'm actually just going to stay up here. Try to clear out the lane. We're going to try to hit at level 10. I think that's the priority. Need the team really getting an advantage on the shrines. And I think the heroics are going to make a huge difference. I will rotate for the moment. It looks like the Butcher and myself running past the bush, ignoring each other for a second. And that's quite alright. So this battle is going to be important. I got to wait till he marks me before I do anything silly. It looks like he's going to be going to do a lot of damage. I actually don't know if I can fight him like this. He's going to do a lot of damage. Let's go ahead and wait for the mark. It's not coming, so we'll just go ahead and blind him now. The friendly team about to secure that. No, not even close. I'm going to walk away, hit up the healing wall, maybe return here once I have a little bit of firepower. Diablo does go down in the middle lane. And man, oh man, are the enemy team putting some pressure on us and making it very difficult for us to actually withstand this sort of nonsense onslaught. We're going to be able to, at the very least, clear the lane, keep the XP even. Although the enemy team about to hit up that level 10. Butcher leaves, which means I'm going to secure this. I'm going to warn them of danger right there. I'm just securing it to make sure they don't have it. It looks like the Butcher is going to come against me. Big blind at the beginning. Of course, Brightwing coming as well is a problem. I'm going to leave before I get Polymorphin wrecked in the face. And I am going to be forced to get out of here. Where the enemy team having to commit 3 players to this top lane means that in the bottom, our friends should be able, in theory, to grab what they need. Let's go ahead and pull the Butcher back and try to slow him down. Level 10 is here. We're going to grab that Blessed Shield and try to do some damage here. It's going to be really, really big. If Diablo goes what I think he's going, which is going to be that big stun. Let's go ahead and look at talents. Oh man, I'm all over the place. Yeah, he did pick up Apocalypse, so we can actually get these on top of each other. We're going to get a pretty good sizable stun for a long period of time between both of those. And of course, Jaina is going to get free damage on whoever's standing there. The enemy team about to grab this Dragon Knight. We're going to try to come in here and put some pressure on them. It looks like Lunara, great stun from Diablo. Oh! Doesn't quite get it in time. Very, very close. This is the enemy team does secure the first Dragon Knight on the game. And they're going to begin to put some pressure on us here in the bottom lane. As the enemy team is already pushing, we're going to try to make it down there and help out. It looks like Diablo doing a good job of zoning, but here comes the rest of the enemy team. It's going to be a little bit complicated. Go ahead and pull these guys back. Trying to do as much damage as we can add to the lane as well to clear them out so this tower begins to actually attack the Dragon Knight. I am going to put some pressure right here on this Johanna, trying to keep her close to me. Big stun right there. Luckily, we clear out that Brightwing. We delete him from existence. Now going really aggressive on Johanna. It's a double kill. The Butcher going to go for that incredible Furnace Blast right here. We're just going to stay on top of this Dragon Knight, making sure we do damage. Make sure we heal ourselves. Good stun there by Tyrande. And now we're going to be able to miss the blind entirely. The friendly team taking a lot of damage. It looks like now we're in a little bit of trouble. 10 seconds till we can actually get our shields back up. Doesn't quite work in time when we do that. Lamps to the slaughter on Tyrande. But a great little stun right there saves our own life. And now the friendly team back into this one level behind. But this fort in all likelihood going to fall as it's very low. And of course Li Ming has the range to use magic missile it from a distance. Picks up the fort kill. Gets a little bit of pressure on us. But it could have been way worse than that. I think we got away with it at the end. 6 kills to 5. We do have 12,000 damage done. Of course, it's not really significant as we are Johanna. We have died twice, which is a little shameful, but not too bad. 17,000 damage for Jaina. 27,000 damage for the enemy Li Ming. I think a lot of that is me. A lot of that is Diablo. We're taking a lot of punishment from our distance. Of course, big engagement there. Let's go ahead and blind these guys. Make sure the Butcher can get away. However, they do grab those giants. That's a little bit of a problem. We do get hamstrung there as well. And now might be the time to engage here if we get some backup from Diablo. He's not really coming, though, so Since Diablo's not coming, we'll just blind these guys from a distance. It looks like Johanna does walk into that arcane orb. And we at the very least deal with the Giants, not too much pressure done to the bottom lane. Hopefully Diablo can get a tower or two up there. So I'm going to actually go in here and try to juke. We do get hit by that glaring shield and polymorphed as well. Again, the main thing I want to do is make sure that I'm distracting these guys so they're not going after Diablo. It looks like only the Butcher for now doing that. We're going to put a little bit of pressure right there on Johanna and then walk away. Just casually walk away. We're going to take a lot of damage. Waiting for it. Jaina gets in a good position. I was going to go ahead and do that incredible stun, but didn't quite grab it. And for now, I'm just going to clear out the lane, grab those region orbs, make sure I'm keeping those stacks up. I'm only at 13. I'm going to make sure I'm around 20 before it's actually effective. The next time we're going to be picking up at 13 is going to be, I think, increasing Iron Shield, reducing the cooldown of our D when it gets broken is going to be really significant. It's going to help us out quite a bit because the enemy team is bursting through it more often than not, and I find myself without the cooldown, so I'm trying to use it preemptively since they have a lot of stuff that can lock me down. So that maybe will help out, and for now we'll just put some pressure here on this top lane. We're already here. It looks like Johanna is going to grab that. We need to desperately get a couple towers here. Luckily, Diablo did the majority of the work earlier, so it should just be a matter of auto-attack a couple times, and then these troops right through. Of course, on the bottom lane, we see that the enemy team is engaging aggressively. We do lose our Butcher, and they begin to push really, really meanly, but we maybe get the top tower, and the top fort, sorry, and that will be a good trade as they're not really close to the keep yet. I might have to get there now. The Butcher, of course, coming in here with a big hamstring. We're just going to go into the bush and scare him off. Maybe he will chase me. Lance to the slaughter. We'll go ahead and press that D so we don't get caught, and we're going to be able to get away. Even though the enemy team completely chases all the way up here. We pick up a fort kill. Great distraction. The friendly team doing a good job. Now we got to go there and support them immediately. I'm very late for this fight. Incredible Ring of Frost. Big pickup right there. Big stun right there on the rest of the enemy team. Trying to put some pressure on him. Actually move the Butcher out of the way. 2 seconds. Oh, Jaina, I thought she was going to have that. She does wisely walk away, though. And we actually threw pretty hard. I thought we were going to be able to actually turn that around since we have no more burst damage, though. The enemy team does grab the top shrine, and now they're in a pretty good spot to grab the second Dragon Knight of the night and put a lot of pressure on us. Of course, this bottom lane very, very pushed as well. The Butcher doing the correct thing, skipping that, trying to make sure he gets there in time. I don't know. I don't think he did, though, as Jaina is not going to be able to get any sort of light side there, and barely actually blocks it. Diablo killing the bottom Giants. We're still in this. We're still at this 6 kills to 9. 23,000 damage for Jaina. 35,000 damage for the enemy Butcher. 35,000 damage for Li Ming. And in our team, we need a little bit more damage. You can see there, our Butcher and our Tyrande are not really doing nearly enough. Tyrande not really healing nearly enough as much as Brightwing. So we're in a really bad spot where everybody's underperforming a little bit. Let's go ahead and engage right here. Big shearing, big glare right there. We do get stunned momentarily. I'm going to go aggressively after Li Ming. Oh, I actually missed that stun, but he do land it right there on Lunara. He's taking a lot of damage. Come on, somebody hit her. 2 seconds, 1 second, no need because the hamstring was good enough. And now we're going to go super aggressive right here, pulling this Johanna back and slowing her down, making sure we body block her as best we can. Although a good little W from her is going to make sure she gets away. Right now, the friendly team trying to go aggressively right there. I'm going to try to go super aggressive against this Li Ming. We do a lot of damage. Great charge from Diablo, and just an absurd amount of damage from our friendly Jaina. Picks up the kill right there. 2 seconds. Can we get this back? He looks like a great Frost. Then we're going to go ahead and punish. An incredible stun. Almost get the double kill. Can we get a hamstring through the wall? It looks like not really for now. I am going to head back and try to grab that Dragon Knight as we're securing the shrine. So let's go ahead and make it there before the enemy team can get back and try to get the last fort to get absolutely back in this game 100%. Let's go ahead and go around these guys, trying not to aggro the archers. It looks like we do our aggro one, sadly, though. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Grab it. And we are good. Now let's go ahead and put some fire here in the middle lane, walk down, and begin to take down these towers. The friendly team doing a really great job on the 13-minute mark, putting things together, and now doing enough damage. Let's go ahead and actually we're going to punt Johanna. Oh, but I actually punted her right after she pressed her D, so doesn't actually get any mobility. But we do put a little bit of pressure on them right now. Maybe turning around and actually putting a lot of pressure right here on Li Ming is a good thing. I am going to punch Johanna. Can we get the kill? Oh, it's going to be close. It looks like we're not gonna, and we're taking a lot of free damage, so we're gonna try to back away here momentarily. The enemy team putting a lot of pressure on the Dragon Knight as our friendly team begins to rotate to the bottom. We're gonna put some fire down here and make sure we actually make it the other way. Great engagement there. Incredible stun right there on Brightwing. Almost a double stun, but he does get enough movement speed to get out of there. And now we're gonna try to chase as aggressively as possible. Put some fire down there and make sure we get some siege damage on the fort. This is important. I'm gonna try to get that kill if we can. Of course, the friendly team now getting engaged right here, taking a lot of damage. I really don't think I can do anything else other than try to body block. It looks like we're going to lose the majority of the friendly team right there. And now we're going to try to run away, waiting for the cooldowns to go off. There we go. Press that D, stun people behind us, and then we just blind them and try to run away. Not really good enough. Let's Let's go ahead and turn around and try to fight them, because really there's no way to get out of that. And we do eventually go down. The Dragon Knight a little bit of a waste. We do get a couple towers and some damage on the bottom lane, but the friendly team very spread out, unable to capitalize on that good moment. At level 16, we're going to grab Holy Renewal, Shield Glare heals for each hero hit. Of course, remember, we did pick up that Amplified healing at level 2, so that's also going to combine nicely. Going to get us a little bit more survivability, although we have died 4 times, the most out of the entire game, other than Brightwing, who's also died 4 times, but, you know, he is, excuse me, she is really squishy, so that's quite understandable. It looks like the enemy team pushing down the middle forward. They're going to get this without much contention, because, of course, Jaina can't afford to go out there. Li Ming has quite a bit of range, and they do have quite a bit of a front line. At the moment, though, Tyrann doing a good job of targeting the tank, something her up, and an incredible Ring of Frost picks it up there. Does he ever have the stun? He doesn't look like he has, and we do lose our friendly Jaina. Body blocked right there in the middle by the friendly team, and it looks like we're throwing really aggressively. Diablo in a good spot, but now we got to get here as fast as possible. The Butcher trying to go in here for the brand. Big stun on the enemy team, and then the Furnace Blast. Can we pick up a kill on the Butcher at the very least? Yes, we can. And now this Brightwing in a lot of trouble. She's going to actually teleport away in the nick of time. But they could have been completely destroyed there if the enemy team did not coordinate their escape. Diablo going really aggressively after them. We should warn him this is really not worth it. Need to clear out the bottom lane. Maybe put some pressure on the bottom fort as well, because that's almost about to die. That would be a good pickup. Let's go ahead and blind all these guys to make sure they don't kill the tower. That tower will get some ammo back eventually, so we're going to try to keep it as steady as possible. Alright, level 19 to level 19, 13 kills to 16. This game is getting pretty much down to the wire. 1 or 2 Dragon Knights might decide the fate of everybody. We need to try to put some pressure, of course, on the forts. If we can get some free forts without the Dragon Knight, that also means we're not going to take too much damage unnecessarily. So let's go ahead and get here. Pushing these guys back, clearing out, making sure I got the Region Orb, and then making sure I grab the Shrine. All I wanted was the Region Orb. We're now at 22. This is looking pretty good, and the friendly team should be able to push this bottom lane really aggressively, pick up the kill on the fort in a matter of seconds if we can. Let's go ahead and just begin to do some auto attack damage. Brightwing coming down there on the top lane. You gotta be careful. This might be a big engagement. Let's go ahead and go for a big blind. Make sure none of those guys gets it, but our Diablo taking a lot of damage. I'm gonna try to move this guy back away from him. It looks like we do slow him down. Pressing that D to get out. Trying to get back. Oh, Lamps to the Slaughter is not looking good. And I think I'm just going to throw out a stunt to see if I can save Diablo. Butcher turning around to try to get a kill. It looks like Diablo manages to get away in the nick of time. We do grab the Dragon Knight, though. And that's going to put us in a pretty good spot. I'm going to try to mount up and get out of here. It looks like the Butcher does the same thing. We barely avoid him. Got to hit up a healing wall and then maybe relocate and rejoin the Dragon Knight on the top lane. Of course, it's going to take a second. The Dragon Knight's going to take a lot of damage, but he did do a lot of damage to that middle fort. He might be able to pick up the kill right there and get this game back to even slightly ahead for the friendly team. But if we lose the person right in the Dragon Knight, that will be a little bit of a problem. Indestructible is the next thing we're going to grab. Of course, that is just awesome second life. And the enemy team does seem to want to target me a lot, so we're going to press that D. Great stun from Tyrande. We avoid the majority of that damage. However, the Butcher coming down here will get a little bit more damage than we want to. Big blind right there. Trying to get out of here. The Dragon Knight explodes, moves me back, and it looks like we're actually going to get stunned. We make it out alive. Great Ring of Frost from Jaina. Tons of damage going on the enemy team. However, the Disintegrate is so real, and we're going to be forced to back away. We do lose both of these towers. Diablo in a little bit of a pickle there as he's really far away from the rest of the friendly team. We're going to begin to try to do some damage right here and try to push these guys back as best we can. Big engagement right here from Diablo. Oh, the stun was a little bit questionable. I thought he was going to be doing a little bit better than that. So we're going to be forced to come back out of here. The Archon, oh, we're going to chase him as best we can. And close enough. Here comes the stun. Oh, we pick up the kill right there on Li Ming. Slowing down Johanna. Here comes a good Q. Pick up that kill as well. Blinding that Lunara so she can't chase that often. And it looks like Diablo about to get on them. But the enemy team managed to get out of the way. Let's go ahead and kill this guy. Pick up his Region Orb, and then rejoin the friendly teammate, grabbing some mercenaries, putting some pressure on the lane. We do trade 2 players for the price of 1 in Jaina, so that's not too bad at the end. Well, the enemy team looked like they might have been able to pull something off there. And that would have been really scary, because at that point, losing keeps pretty much means losing the game. The Butcher, in a scary spot right there, gets taken down. I don't know what he was doing in the middle of nowhere. I am going to ask for some assistance right here, maybe get some more mercs in the top lane, and try to apply pressure universally to every which lane. It looks like Diablo doing a good job of clearing the bottom one. It looks like the enemy team dealing with the middle one. So if you get this top lane pushing a little bit the good position as soon as the shrines come up relatively soon, we're going to be in a good spot. Of course, Diablo in a really precarious situation. He wants to go in there and suicide for that. It looks like. I don't really know if he has 100 souls to afford that. Jaina doing the same thing, going in here aggressively against Lunara. She's going to get taken down. Good polymorph by Brightwing, and she's going to take a lot of damage. I need to try to go in here, and a big stun. I actually missed that horribly. but I was trying to just anticipate Lunara diving really deeply. Great little stun there from the Butcher. Double slow down. Let's go ahead and press that D so we can actually eat some of the tower ammo right here, but the enemy team chasing too aggressively, so we're going to just pull back. Trying to go super aggressive right there. The Butcher trying to do a good job of zoning, but again, remember the back line trying to very, very low. We're going to try to be as aggressive as we can. Great engagement there from Diablo. The Ring of Frost is real. Picks up Li Ming. Tons of damage. Can we get it out? It looks like we're going to go ahead and press that W. We pull back their enemy. Johanna blind everybody. Press that D trying to get back. The punish is real. We pick up the kill. Now it looks like the Butcher could have a great charge right there against Brightwind. 2 seconds. Can we get that W back? It looks like we can. And really close, but we do not secure the kill. We're taking a lot of damage. We're going to try to walk away here. We do pick up another fort. And now Lance to the Slaughter is a bit of an issue. We're going to be able to blind those guys. Press that D aggressively to go back up here. Great stun into a slowdown from Lunara. She's taking a lot of damage, but we're going to be forced to move back out of here as the friendly team doesn't really have that much mana. I am going to get in the way to make sure this enemy Butcher does not engage. So we're going to begin to blind right here. Big charge against Jaina. Oh, that incredible intercept from the Diablo at the last second. A little bit unfortunate as she did save him from the damage, but for now we're just going to go here. Body blocker, guys. Make sure they're fine. I'm going to head to the top lane. Let them know. That's where I'm going. Actually, the Butcher's going that way. Jaina's going to the bottom lane. Never mind, I'll just stay in the middle. If we can actually secure this Dragon Knight, this might be a big play to run to here with me as well. Might be all we need to actually pick up a kill if somebody dares to head in here. It looks like the enemy Lunara does not want to do that. She's on the top lane trying to defend that push, and we will be able to secure this together with the entire team. We should be able to put some pressure on the top keep and get something going. Maybe in the middle, I'll just wait here. Auto attack a couple of these guys to make sure we have some backup. Get some minions that can always absorb some shots from the towers and from the keeps. And now, the entirety of the friendly team coming in here aggressively. Let's go ahead and put some fire damage down. Waiting a couple seconds. There we go. Now I will begin to tank this. Of course, the enemy Li Ming doing a little bit of damage. We're going to try to come in here, tank for a little bit, and then just do a little bit of damage. Let's go ahead and engage right there on Johanna. The moment she is done with her shield, we're going to try to kick her. It doesn't look like it actually pays off too well. And I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm just going to go ahead and dive for the tower. It looks like the friendly team not really opting to go for this either. So let's go ahead and pump there out. Good stun right there. Ooh, Li Ming takes a lot of damage, but dishes it out as well. Incredible Cone of Cold. We pick up the kill on Brightwind. I'm going really aggressively on the keep. Can we pick up the kill on this? It looks like we can. And for now, I'm going to go ahead and punt that Lunara out of here. A little too deep. A little too deep, perhaps. Big lamps for the Slaughter. The fire comes out. Can we pick up the kill on Johanna? She's going to be very low, but really not enough. We're going to take a lot of damage. Probably dying here if we're not careful about it. So as we try to walk away here, looks like Lunara trying to be aggressive. I'm going to punt her away and just try to keep our friendly team alive. But Tyrande goes down. Fire behind us to try to cover this. Retreat to Disintegrate is real. We do get charged right there. Can we get out? It looks like we're going to be able to retreat 2 for 1. We did pick up a kill on the keep and get a little bit better position for the friendly team. However, 21 kills to 20. The enemy team doing a really good job. I did not handle that Dragon Knight as well as I thought I should have because, of course, oh man, this push on top is just brutal. Let's go ahead and clear out really quickly. Making sure we get a little bit of damage here. Of course, Diablo in the bottom lane dealing with some nonsense. I think he's going to be able to get away. We definitely need to make sure this wave is cleared up before we head anywhere. That should be even enough. And for now, we're going to go ahead and return. The enemy team likely to get some mercs while we're waiting. 26 seconds till Tyrande goes back. So we'll just hang out. Diablo did have 10 souls, 100 souls, so not a big deal. Maybe just wait here for a good engagement on these giants. I'm going to go ahead and start them. Let's go ahead and bunch them together. Make sure they're taking all the damage from that blizzard. And try to get this because, of course, the enemy team is going to grab those bruisers and maybe even the giants in this lane. There we go, both of those. So we're going to try to do our best to push this back. Really, really aggressive move here by the enemy team. As long as we keep these waves back, we're going to be okay. Because we do have the catapult superiority in the middle lane. That's going to give us a little bit of map control. Obviously not as much as the top and bottom lanes. Because, of course, on those lanes, if you have catapults, because they're longer, you're going to get a little bit more vision. Since it actually would take longer for the enemy team to go there and clear them out. So we're going to keep clearing these bottom ones and make sure the middle one just automatically gets pushed. And then try to do something a little bit better, of course. Now, 34 region orbs. We're at a pretty good pace. Look at that health region on the bottom left. That looks really, really good. We're going to take some damage. We can get poked. We can immediately begin to heal ourselves. It looks pretty good. Jaina getting choked a little bit there. As she begins to chase, it looks like the friendly team engaging here aggressively. And it looks like we're going to go for this. All right, it looks like we're going to go for this. Going to go aggressively enough here on the Butcher. Going to be able to slow him down. Pressing that D. Here comes the stun. Oh, we actually land a beautiful double stun. Pick up a double kill. Here comes the blind right there if we can. Big chase back against Johanna. We do pick up a ton of damage. And that actually targets the invulnerable, indestructible, and the stun from Tyrannus not quite good enough, but the enemy team getting completely destroyed. We do pick up 2 free kills right here, begin to put some pressure on the lane, and as soon as the friendly team gets these shrines, we're going to get the Dragon Knight probably going to go for the win. I'm just staying back here, try to put some pressure on him. Of course, we're going to take a little bit of damage. Now I'm in a little bit of trouble, though. The Butcher might come in here for a second. We're going to be able to draw them back. The enemy team pushing really aggressively. Now it's a matter of going for the middle lane and trying to get that Dragon Knight if we can. It should be the win, though, if we can get it to the core. The friendly team securing the shrine. There we go. I'm grabbing the Dragon Knight, and for now, we're going to go ahead and go straight for the core if we can. Of course, the friendly team needs to make it back here alive in one piece if we can. For now, we're going to try to go the long way around. They do have mounts. They should be able to catch up to us and Diablo and try to put some pressure on that core from the side as the enemy team begins to come in here. Let's go ahead and punt that Brightwind if we can. There it is. Give us a little bit of a boost, and then just going aggressively against the core, begin to do damage. The enemy team is going to have to deal with me first. They're going to have to come in here, make sure we spread out. We don't take too much damage. It looks like Jaina does go down, but we're putting a lot of damage on this core, and the enemy team's not really doing anything about it. They're trying to team fight, and we're going to get a lot of damage. Right now, it looks like the Dragon Knight is going to beat this. We're taking a lot of damage as well, but look at that, 42% core health. The enemy team about to kill me, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do, and maybe the fire will be enough, not even needed. The Dragon Knight gets the kill. We secure the victory. My name is Sal. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.